Hello, Rick Team video. Today we're gonna take a look at some battles with the newly released Pokemon from the community today. We are a little bit late. I'm also not really used to commentating anymore because it's been a while, but I was at this weekend at least in Utrecht for the regionals, and yeah, actually it went way better than I expected. We're going to talk about this more in depth in a different video. Most likely going to showcase my battles as well, because I was on stream quite a bit, especially in the second day. I wasn't on stream at all on the first day. Had a great time there. I wish I had more time for the community though. I barely even really visited the city itself. Like, I tried to do it a little bit on the second day, but if you didn't know, like, I went pretty far in the tournament. Sadly didn't win it or didn't get the second place, but I got the third place, which is pretty decent. Good games to all my opponents. Totally not sad about this or anything like this, because I didn't expect anything, didn't have any practice before. Just went in with a team that I changed 3 times on the train towards Utrecht and still managed to like get to the third place out of 100 and something competitors, which is kind of wild. Honestly, my best tournament so far. I learned a lot of new things also, like on how I would go for like the tournaments, which maybe I'm going to talk a little bit about this as well in the video when I do a direct video for the tournament. But yeah, today we're going to take a look at the new slow boys here, which going to have access to the move Surf, giving them a better bait move, giving them definitely more play in the current Psychic Cup. And we're also going to take a look at the Shadow XL Slowbro, the normal one, tomorrow, which I have built already, played already, was a very good Pokemon, so stay tuned for this. We're going to have more uploads again now. Was a little bit quiet and a little bit like, I don't know, I didn't really like the videos that I upload over the week, and because I couldn't really do a lot of other things right now, we have a really lame week anyway. Psychic Cup is not really the most interesting for the most people, as well as the Cup that we are playing tomorrow then as well with the Ultra League is not the most interesting. Haven't really taken a look at the Mountain Cup yet, which we're going to have on Wednesday, which is going to be a little bit more interesting, I think, again. But yeah, we're going to see here that Slowbro going to be able to use Surf and destroy this Rapidash, and we see another Fairy type in the back, which is going to completely get annihilated. This team here destroys completely my first team that I used for this meta here, which also a lot of other people use now, which will be double Fairy in the back and a Bruxish in the lead. Bruxish loses to our Melamar, and double Fairy in the back does not have the greatest time against 2 poison types in the back. Double bro here, or double slow here, it's not 2 bros, but it's a slow, is very, very good, especially here against the opponent's normal slow bro. We will be able to just outspam them, go for the shadow balls, and look at this matchup in general. We're getting a lot of damage. We are not the bulkiest Pokemon with the Galarian Slowking here. That's like, you don't even need XL Candy for the Ultra League for this Pokemon. But look how fast this gets to the moves, and like, look how good this Pokemon is in this meta right now. Just go straight Shadow Ball and still winning this matchup here. Of course, I had a move stall. They thought they could farm me down, but like this game is nearly over, I would say. We're also running Hyper Beam on our Melamar because we want to see those booms here right now. So let's take a look if we're going to be able to hit that one. Instead of Super Power, we go for the Hyper Beam here, and that's Hyper Beam going to connect for sure, going to do a ton of damage, putting them into range where I can farm down later on, which might be the thing that I want to do here anyway. Let's see, Super Power coming through. We will encounter a Rapidash in the back. This is looking amazing so far, and they're going to forfeit. So good game there. Those battles that you see here right now are played after day 1 of the tournament. I missed the community day mainly. Of course, I was able to still play it like half with the Go Plus or whatever, but that was basically all that I could have done there, because I actually think I put on a new record for the most amount of battles someone ever did in a tournament for Pokemon Go. I think I did. I had to do in total 14 matchups, and I went on a 10-game win streak on that one as well, which is super wild. 10 games back to back that are all won, like 10 matchups back to back that are all won, best of 3s. Which was really, really wild. Sadly, of course, third place. Yeah, we're going to take a look at the footage that we have anyway. I had so many great battles during this weekend. It was wild. I had so much fun with the team that I used as well, which excluded the top 6 Pokemon from the regionals in the US before, which I, in hindsight, kind of regret. There's one Pokemon that I would want to swap, which I'm going to swap for the upcoming tournament. I think I'm going to use a similar team for the next tournament as well, but change one Pokemon unless like the meta changes completely. But there's one Pokemon that I really would have liked to have on my team, which would have most likely get me at least to the finals, maybe even further if I had it. But like that, I had sadly some issues with a certain Pokemon or with my team. But yeah, we're going to talk about this all when I actually show the footage from the tournament, but that's going to take a little bit more time. in general, for the next few days, it's going to be a little bit tough for me for content because, yeah, I'm very, very tired after traveling for ages as well today. Like, I think it took like 9 hours to go back from Utrecht because that is not close to me at all. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit until I'm back doing content creation a little bit at a faster pace. But we will see, as we're going to see here the opponent having a Victini. Victini is pretty awkward to play with this team, by the way. You think it's good because you have 2 surf users and you have your Melamar, which will be able to go for some super effective foul play, but this Pokemon just still hurts you. Like, you don't have any resistance to the charge move we create, and if you don't have a resistance for that one, you might be screwed. As we can go ahead and go for one Shadow Ball here. This will do some decent damage against the Melamar, but my opponent, also a player that I encountered a lot of times at the regionals, a very good player here, will have a very, very good team. And also maybe, yeah, most likely going to be able to win this here, I think, as well. Mega Horn coming through does a ton of damage against me. A misplay by me. Like, if I throw my charge move here before, I think this game would have been over. Like this, they can knock me out. This was a misplay by me. If I played it better there, I definitely had a chance there of winning this game. But again, I played this after I think I had 8 matchups on the first game of the day, and that was like, I think, 8 hours nearly straight battling, which was definitely a ton, and like I was not really concentrating and very tired when I played those battles, so sorry for that. Definitely going to try to do my best also for YouTube and stuff like this coming up now, but yeah, next 3 days might be a little bit tough. Also, if you have some cool footage for the Ultra League, especially Ultra League, I don't really, don't send in anything for this cup anymore, Psychic Cup. There won't be any video for the Psychic Cup coming up on my channel anymore because it's going to end on a Wednesday, and I don't have anything planned for this one anymore. But if you have Ultra League Cups or like Ultra League battles that are interesting, please send them in. There's always a link in the description if you want to send in your battles. Might not be featured immediately here or also in the next 2 weeks, but I'm going to be away for an entire week in the May, in May, basically, in May. And so like we have Ultra League and Little Cup during that week. And I'm most likely going to showcase a lot of Ultra League battles there then instead. So if you want to send some in, they might get featured only in like 1.5 months. But I would appreciate this. Would help me out a lot. So feel free to send in some Ultra League battles with some funny Pokemon. If you have something cool, some Shadow Pokemon, some cool team that worked out really well for you, please send them in. Would appreciate it, as we see here that our Melamar going to be able to do some decent damage against this opponent Pokemon here, which going to go not down actually. Claydol is actually also awkward with this team, by the way. Claydol might be a little bit tricky to play with. Your lead should be able to usually at least beat it, but the backline really struggles with it. Here we're still going to be able to win this game, but Claydol can be a bit of an awkward one. Here we're going to encounter a Rapidash in the lead. We're going to swap out immediately into our Slowking, as we're going to see a Claydol coming in. Let's see how this is gonna go here. We can go for the Shadow Ball. Claydol is a bulky Pokemon, as you're going to see here. This thing is just so tanky. We can still go for a charge move here, forcing a shield from the opponent. Let's see if they're going to shield it up. They do. I should let this move go through here, and I do let this move go through here. I was kind of worried there, not gonna lie. But we will be able to go into our Melamar, farm them all the way down, and get a ton of energy. This is amazing here, as we're going to encounter the Rapidash, as they're going to encounter my incoming Hyper Beam, and this is going to go down here, and we're going to see the opponent coming in with their own Melamar. You know what we have to do here. If we go for one Hyper Beam, okay, we're actually gonna go for the bait here. What did I do here? What did I do here? They're gonna go for the foul play. I sure went for another Hyper Beam here. Why do I actually try hard and try to go for some extra damage here? And that didn't really make too much sense there. I should have just went straight for the Hyper Beam, right? Definitely was tired to do this battles, otherwise I would have went straight for the Hyper Beam. Here we can just, actually we could have also let the moves go through, not gonna lie. It would have been the smarter play to let the moves go through, but it doesn't really matter anyway, because we will be able to just go ahead and go for one Surf here. This Surf will be able to knock out the opponent. But yeah, I have to get back into commentating anyway, so yeah, we'll see here some like, and we will be able to knock out the opponent there. Very, very nice. Next opponent. I actually think we're going to be able to battle him here with the Melamar. Let's see, we're going to see the charge move coming through here. It's going to be the foul play. We see the Hyper Beam coming through, and this will do some decent damage if it lands, and it does land. This puts them into farm down range for my slow boys in the back. But of course, my slow boys are a little bit slow, so we're going to stay in here, as they're going to have to go for another foul play afterwards. This will allow me here now to get a shield already, and they are forced to go for another foul play. We're going to swap out into our Slowking, and we face Metagross coming in. We can go for one Surf here, baiting out hopefully the shield. They're going to let this move go through. Maybe not the smartest idea to go for the bait here from me. But I will be able to just go ahead and farm them all the way down. Let's see how this is going to go here. It's going to get into, let's see who's coming in here. It's coming in the Melamar. Which is going to knock me out here, sadly, but I will be able to farm down with my own Slowbro, and if they don't have the Claydol in the back, we should be fine. That's going to be a Victini there. I should be hopefully okay here, as I can go ahead and go for a Surf. But, yeah, actually I really wanted to publish this video already while I was in Utrecht, but sadly our hotel had literally the worst Wi-Fi I've ever seen. This is like Wi-Fi I had like 10 years ago, like 2 gigabytes or whatever upload and download, which was really horrible. And you had the great option to book premium Wi-Fi for $9.90 for 1 day. That gave you 6 gigabytes upload and download, which is literally nothing. I'm currently at like 100k at my house, which is not even the highest or like anything like crazy. And like you had to pay 10 euro basically to get completely horrible internet connection, which you didn't even like see before how much you would get there. It just didn't make sense. My hotel in Utrecht was so horrible. Can't recommend you at all, but yeah, I sadly couldn't be able to like do any content at all during Utrecht because of that. There was no way I was able to upload a video if it takes like 4 hours to upload. Like, it just didn't make sense. You're going to encounter the Melamar coming in. We see a Bruxish. This Bruxish is coming in. This Bruxish is coming out. Yes, you're going to encounter the Sludge Bomb here now with it, as we can farm them all the way down, get some energy. Let's see what's coming in next. Who's going to want to get knocked out here by the Slowbro? We can see the Melamar doesn't want to get knocked out by the Slowbro. It does, and what's going to be in the bag? It's going to be the Bronzong. This is actually horrible. You think now, okay, this is going to be a decent one here, but because our Melamar is dead already, Bronzong is also horrible. This is why you usually use your say swap of the Slowbro, Slowking actually here, because you can bait those Pokemon out there and you will be able to still hit them hard with Shadow Ball, but here this thing just swept us endgame, which was really unfortunate, but very well played by my opponent. Next opponent, we're going to encounter Victini in the lead. We will be able to go for some foul play damage here, as this will do hopefully some decent damage, but yeah, the Victini going to be able to go for 2 V-Creates, which is just really strong against this team. Sadly, Victini is something that you don't really want to face with this team too much, especially like not in the lead. If it's as a Saison or whatever, you're fine because you usually have some energy on the Pokemon and then you're fine with it. But like this, we're still going to be able to knock them out, but they sadly have a Bronzong in the back, and now we have an issue here because Bronzong is a horrible Pokemon to face with this team. We go straight for the Shadow Ball. They're going to chill this move up. Hopefully they don't swap out here onto our Shadow Ball afterwards though, because this would be really bad for us. Heavy Stems come through and they're going to swap out into a Slowking as well, which can take the Shadow Ball, but this puts us in such a bad spot again. They can go for another charge move as well, but I'm gonna go there first. Maybe I should actually let the move go through and like let them knock me out there, but like this game is going to be a tough one. We have to basically catch a move here with our Melamar, which did not work out quite, but they're still going to throw, which is kind of fine for us. It's going to be a Heavy Slam. Can we actually knock them out still? We can go for 1 Surf here. Let's see how much damage it's going to do. Do we do enough damage here against the opponents? Not stab, and nope, we do not. And sadly, we're going to go down here to another payback. So you see already, a lot of people now start running Bronzong and Claydol, I think, which here you also saw the set that I still had in there for whatever reason, but we were at this point 3-1. This team actually worked out really well. Like, I can highly recommend you this team if you want to play a good team, a fun team with a new community day Pokemon here. We're going to have the both Galarian Pokemon there in the back. This team is really fun. This team works out really well. I can highly recommend you. Just, yeah, sometimes Bronzong can be a little bit tricky, but this is like the thing with all the Pokemon basically in the cup. There's always going to be something that you don't really want to face. Here we're going to encounter another Bronzong here, which we will get very low, and we can actually just shield this move up and realign, I would say, but I'm actually going to let this move go through. They have Side Shock, which is kind of awkward, but we will just go ahead and go into our Melamar and perfectly align our charge move onto their charge move, allowing me to have a shield advantage here instead. And we're going to have the Slowbro now against 2 Fairy types. They had a weak team to Slowbro, I guess. There's nothing the opponent can do here anymore. Like, there's literally nothing. They can go for another Body Slam here if they want to. I don't really care too much. They're gonna go for it. I can knock them out. They cannot do anything with the Gardevoir here. Like, Gardevoir is a complete dead Pokemon. There's nothing they can do. This Pokemon just goes down immediately, and the Sludge Bomb going to sludge them right into the face. And we will be able to now go ahead and go into the final battle. But yeah, I'm going to be back now with actual uploads for the new Pokemon that are coming out. I can't wait for the next weekend, by the way. We're going to be able to get a new Pokemon there in their Shadow form, which is going to be fun. Shadow Raja is coming, so stay tuned for this. Subscribe if you haven't already, as well as we're going to now farm down the opponent's Rapidash here in the final game, which is going to be very good for us because we have so much energy now. We use one shield, but we most likely going to be able to either get the damage on the opponent or get the shields back, as we can go for one surf, we can go for another surf here. This surf is going to do some decent damage against the opponent, putting them... Actually, no, never mind, we're going to get the shield back. And we can even go for another surf here, which is going to be really good for us because we're going to get them even lower, putting us in such a good position here. We will be able to just go ahead, let this move go through. We can just go into our Slowking. They cannot do really anything against us. Surf is their best move to throw against us, but they're going to go for the Sludge Bomb for whatever reason. We see the Malamar coming back in here. So far, so okay. I don't know if that's actually a good one yet, but we can go for the Hyper Beam, and I think they're going to forfeit after this one here, and they do, and there's going to be a good game there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed that I'm back there. Thanks for all the support during the weekend, and I see you next video. Bye.